Well, I was wondering why my exhaust pipe was really loud on the front cylinder. It actually turned out that the pins broke off. It was just sitting there rattling. The screw or pin on the left. The little nut on the end was actually just loose. I was just peeled that off with my fingers. The other one, that's broke clean off right in there. And just wait until you see the exhaust. Well, you can see here. This was where it ends with the little nut thing just broke off. And here's the rest of the pin just sticking on. Well, it's missing two of those little wings thingies on here. I really don't care about this, but yeah, like that. But this one is really rusted on the inside. It's just snapped right off. It's like been knocked or something. You can see up here there's just a tiny little hole. And it's just covered in rust. And oh boy, it gets better. Look how big those holes are. Sorry, but those are enormous. There are even two tiny holes right there. And it's just covered in rust all over the place. It even got a little tiny hole right there. It's not very good condition. I just tried as an experiment to add some epoxy on it to see how well it would hold up. But one of my friends, Transdetendal, told me you could just weld it up, and I didn't really think that far to think that we just could weld it instead of using epoxy. Oh. Don't know if you just can see that I just found another hole. It's so tiny. This thing is just covered in holes. Focus, you bastard. And ta-da! Another hole. But oh no, you haven't seen the worst, or some of the worst part yet. You can see there's some cloth on here. You might think that's just exhaust wrap. Actually, there's some, I think it's fiberglass wrapping. Because this have been having more than just one hole. And this is from the back cylinder. The real pipe is the end of the dummy trap pipe. I just see this. It's not just a small hole. It's quite a big one. You shouldn't be able to weld it up, but it really needs some cleaning. Luckily, this part and somewhat this part, up to around here and maybe here, should be okay. So me and Transdetendal might be actually be able to replace this part or just fix this one. Maybe just this. I'm not sure. Definitely this one. Also some of those holes, because this just. When I was riding my Yamaha XV250 Virago, I think someone wrote this in when this was winter and all the roads were covered in salt. It just ate all of the metal. But when I wrote this, it sounded like a Harley, like that, like that hollow tube sound. And I thought, oh, these pipes just sound like that. That's awesome. Because when I bought this bike, I actually expected it. And I couldn't really see underneath the bike. But what just looked to me was just like this kind of rust all over it. It was like, that's just surface rust. So I thought, it's not actually that bad. I got the bike for cheap. And I fixed all of the electronics. Like the blinkers, the headlights, the tail light, everything. But yeah, these bikes usually go for 20,000 kronas. I can't remember how many dollars that is. I maybe right that's around here. But I got this from 6,500 kronas, so almost 1/4 of the price. I could buy a whole new used exhaust, but those cost around 2,000 kronas. So I might tend to hopefully get this just welded up.